morning everyone. Don't mind the state of this. We are going to hopefully transform it over the course of this video. So we're doing a little bit of self-care Sunday today, and I thought while I'm doing a little bit of self-care, I'll update you guys on my health crisis. Not really, but yeah, I just thought I would, explain just everything that's been happening. Look, it's nothing I'm making it sound more dramatic than it is. It's really not that dramatic. I'll just let you guys know like what's been happening, and obviously it'll probably change some of the content moving forward, just as far as what I'm concentrating on in my life and, you know, focusing on. Basically today I just want to dye my hair. I've got one more purple hair dye left. I mean, I'm not really into purple hair anymore, but I've got one more dye left. I don't really want to waste it, so I want to dye my eyebrows, maybe do a bit of face care, because I just feel a mess at the moment. I look a bit puffy and, you know, a bit congested all around my face. I think I've just got allergies. I'll probably do a voiceover while I'm doing all this, because yeah, I find it hard to coordinate the talking and the doing. So while I start my hair, we'll now switch over to the voiceover, and yeah, I'll update you guys just what's been happening over the last month since I was away. Let's start getting this looking a little bit better. So I'm not sure if you guys know, but I am very anti-doctor. Like, I do not like doctors. I do not go to doctors if I can help it. And yeah, I'm not one to attend a doctor regularly. I don't have an actual doctor, as in one that I go to. I think the last, like, apart from getting my breast checked, I think it was the beginning of this year. I think the last time I went to a doctor prior to that was probably about 12 years before that. I'm just not one to go to a doctor for any reason, really. Like, I'm very rarely sick. If I am sick, it's usually just the cold or flu, and I never, you know, I don't really feel the need to go to a doctor for that. So yeah, I'm just not a person that likes the doctors. I don't really trust the whole medical profession. God forbid I ever get really sick and I need to rely on them, because I don't know how I will actually go. I think just actually being in the hands of doctors would stress me out more than whatever disease I actually get. Yeah, I just don't have a lot of faith in doctors, especially during the whole COVID period as well. That's really cemented in my head why I have a distrust of the whole medical profession. So I'm not going to go into any of that. I know it's still touchy and controversial and all of that, but I just wanted to say that, yeah, just preface to all this. I don't like doctors, and maybe after hearing my story, you'll probably like realize why. For me personally, I don't really like doctors. So having said all that, it started when our workplace, my workplace, they offered free health screening, like a free overall health checkup. So I think they were testing for diabetes, blood pressure. What else was there? There was a couple of other things they tested for as well, like just, you know, cardiovascular health and all of that sort of thing, just to let you know if you've got any risk factors or whatever, right? So I went to that appointment because I thought, well, why not? It's for free. I'll just go. Now that I've turned 50, I thought I want to just get an overall look at how my body is coping with everything I'm doing to it. Like, clearly I don't, you know, I'm not the healthiest of people as far as my weight. I wouldn't say, I mean, obviously my diet's not really healthy if I am overweight. We're not a family that eats a lot of junk. We don't eat a lot of takeaway food. We don't eat a lot of processed kind of food, like packaged foods. I think the main reason why I am the way, like the size that I am, is portion size and lack of activity. Those are my two issues. I feel like if I did an hour of exercise every day, I would lose all the weight. But it's just, you know, getting yourself motivated to do an hour of exercise every day, isn't it? So anyway, I keep going off on a tangent. So I thought, look, I'm 50 now. 50 is when your body is obviously starting to slow down and there's changes happening, menopause and all that. So I thought I'll just go and get a health screening done through my work, and then possibly get like a full blood work done from the doctor, just to make sure everything's fine. So when I went to the work health screening, everything came back fine apart from my blood pressure. My blood pressure was sky high. Like I think when I got it tested there, it was like 190 over 100 or something like that. But I think that's just due to the fact that I had just finished work. I rushed over to where I needed to be, and just from me being stressed about seeing medical people and getting my blood pressure tested, I think that automatically elevates it a lot higher than it normally is anyway. So yeah, when she took my blood pressure, she was pretty concerned, and she basically told me, like, either go to the doctor, like make an appointment with the doctor either in the next 3 days, or if you can't get an appointment with a doctor within the next 3 days, book yourself into, like, go into the emergency of the hospital. Like, that's how concerned she was. And I said to her, because she goes, oh, have you got any symptoms? Like, have you got headaches and, you know, all these symptoms she's rattled off? I said, no, I feel great. Like, I feel fine. Like, I'm fine. But yeah, she was pretty concerned. So I thought, okay, well, after that health screening, everything else looked fairly all right. The only thing she said was, because my mum has a history of diabetes, that puts me in a higher category of risk factors for developing diabetes. She said currently, from what she's tested, she did my fasting bloods and all of that. She said it was still within the normal range, but it was on the high side of the normal range. And she said, because your mum has had like diabetes, like she had type 2 diabetes, which was like a lifestyle form of diabetes basically. Yeah, she said that will put you in a higher category. So she said you just have to be aware of that, which, I mean, fair enough. So went to that appointment, that was all good. And then a couple of weeks later, I booked myself into an actual doctor just to get a full blood work done. So she again tested my blood pressure. It was high again in her office, which again, look, and I'll be pretty honest with you guys, like since I was about, say 14, I was, as a teenager, like young teenager, I was extremely fit. I wouldn't say I had the best diet. I was actually the opposite to what I am now. Like, I wouldn't eat. So I wouldn't say I was healthy as far as my eating goes. I would say my eating was quite disordered. I wouldn't say I had an eating disorder, but I didn't have a healthy relationship with food. And it was to the other extreme when I was a kid. Like, I would starve myself, I wouldn't eat, and I would be exercising all day long, and I was skinny. Like, I was literally like 45 kilos as a teenager, and I used to do karate 3 or 4 times a week. I was constantly running and doing other training. Like, every single day I would be training, running. I was fit as, skinny as, I was tiny. And every time I went to the doctor, my blood pressure was high. Like, it was, back then it was like 140 over 90, which is on the borderline of high. And for a 14-year-old that's fit and healthy as far as not overweight, like skinny and fit, you know, I don't think that was probably normal. But all throughout my teenage years, my blood pressure was around the 140 over 90. The only time my blood pressure ever went down to completely normal, like around the 120 over 70, was when I was pregnant with the kids. So as soon as I got pregnant, my blood pressure went down to normal, and it was fine. I think it was all good up until the very last week of pregnancy. Then it started to creep up again. But yeah, that was the only time I really had normal readings of blood pressure. So maybe I'm just prone to having high blood pressure, I don't know. But anyway, so I went to the actual doctor. She tested my blood pressure. It was again pretty high, round about the same as what the other one had tested. And she took a full blood work. So they were testing for diabetes, like glucose in your blood, iron levels, thyroid, kidneys.
You got 3 months to live.
All of the, whatever there was, like everything, vitamin D levels. What else did they test for? Like your blood cell counts, like your white cells, your red cells, the whole lot, like the whole health screening. That day, when she tested my blood pressure and said, yeah, it is high, she said, what we need to do is put you on like a 24-hour blood pressure monitor that you wear obviously for 24 hours, and then we can get a true reading of your blood pressure to see if you have got a high reading or not. Because I told her about the fact that I get stressed. Not that I feel stressed going to the doctor, but I'm pretty sure just knowing the fact that I've got high blood pressure and, you know, already pre-thinking that, oh, it's going to be high on the reading, I think that all automatically gets my blood pressure high. So I said that to her. I said, I think the reading is a lot more elevated than it normally is, you know, when I'm at home. So Michael took me there the next day to get it put on, and then we had to go back again the next day to get it taken off. So did the blood pressure monitor thing, and then a week later I went back to the doctor. And mind you, like, the doctors here in Australia aren't free anymore. Like, any doctor's appointments now, they charge you, I think it's $80 each appointment, and then I think you get $40 back from Medicare. So every single time you visit a doctor, it's $40. So I honestly can't afford to be sick, to be honest. Like, I can't afford to be friggin' living at a doctor and going to a doctor once a week or once a month or whatever, like $40 a pop. Like, no way. So yeah, every time I've gone to the doctor now, it's like $40 a pop. So went back to get my results, and the results from the blood pressure was like, it was still high. I think it was about 150 over 80 or something like that, which she said it's still in a high category, but obviously not as high as what the readings were when I was in the hospital, like in the actual doctor's surgery. And then all of my blood work was fine. Thyroid was fine. My vitamin D levels were a little bit low, but I mean, that's to be expected since I barely venture outside. So that's one thing I'm working on and changing. My iron levels were a little bit low, still within the normal range, but at the lower end of the normal range. So I'm not even sure how my iron could be low, because we live off meat. I don't even know what I would have to do to get my iron levels up, but that was a little bit low, but still within normal range. All my blood count, everything was perfectly normal. Thyroid was normal. Kidneys were good. Oh, the glucose. So yeah, the glucose levels, which is to test for diabetes, was high. So it was 1 point higher than the maximum average. So I think the average range is between 5 and 7, and I think mine was like 8.2, and that's fasting. So that, she said, is an indication that you've likely got diabetes. She said, but for some reason they didn't test it as a fasting. I don't know. She said there was something wrong with the test or something. I had to go and get it done again. So I had to go a second time and then come back to her again. And I'm thinking, like, friggin' hell, this is going to be costing me a fortune just because, oh yeah, we didn't quite test it correctly. So just get this one done and come back again next week. So anyway, I thought, well, whatever. So she said, yeah, we needed to get another test done just to make sure. But she says likely that you have diabetes or early stages of diabetes. So I said, oh, great. So she wrote me a prescription for blood pressure medication, and she said, I will also put you on metformin, I think it was called, some diabetes medication. She said, but I won't give you a script for that yet. We'll wait until the next blood test comes back just to make sure. But yeah, otherwise then I'll put you on that medication as well. And I was just like sitting there. I got all my results so that I could have copies of them and all that. And I'm just sitting there going, all right. And she's, you know, going through like all, you know, why diabetes is so bad and all this and that. And while she's handing over prescriptions for medication, not one time did she discuss with me these are all the changes you need to make to your lifestyle. Like, you need to lose 50 kilos. I mean, look, it's not that I don't know any of this, so it's not that I wanted her to tell me that, because I know all of this, but the fact that her answer was just to push medication rather than saying, look, fix your lifestyle, you know, start exercising more. Here's a referral for a dietitian to get you to eat properly. Here's a referral for a exercise bloody trainer or whatever to put you on some sort of exercise plan. No mention of any of these lifestyle changes to get you healthy. It was just, here's a prescription for medication to fix your high blood pressure. Here's a prescription for medication to fix your diabetes. So I'm just about to get in the shower now, wash all this off. I'm going to take my teeth thingies out, wash my hair. So in the shower, I'm going to do a full body shave, like pits, legs. Oh my God, I don't often shave my pits and legs anymore, but yeah, we're going to do just a full self-care day today. So I'm going to do a full shave. I've got this, excuse the way I'm talking because of the strips on my teeth. I got this body scrub from Temu. I actually got about probably six different ones, and they're only about $4 each, and they're quite good. And this is like a milk scrub, like a milk kind of flavored scrub. And just to pair it off, I'm gonna use the Lush Super Milk Shower Gel. Now this has got like a vanilla-y milk candy sweet kind of scent to it. So I'm just gonna pair those two together, give my whole body a good scrub with this after I've shaved, and then go in and wash everything with my Super Milk. It was just, here's a prescription for medication to fix your high blood pressure. Here's a prescription for medication to fix your diabetes. No mention of you need to change your lifestyle. Just keep going the way you're going, but we'll give you more medication as it gets worse. You know, and this is exactly why I hate the whole medical industry, because it's a business. They're not there to get people healthy. They're just there to get customers. And look, I'm not preaching to anyone. This is just how I personally feel and why I hate doctors. So I left there with the prescriptions and I have not filled them. Like, I've just said, nah. And she wanted me to go back again to get the final results of the diabetes test. I still haven't gone back to get that. I just basically told them, look, we can't afford it this month. Like, I've already shelled out freaking nearly over $100 in appointments. So I just said, nah. So I said, look, I didn't really discuss it with her. I just took all the prescriptions and all the results and everything. And I just said, I'm going to give myself a year to get my own self sorted out and to take it seriously now that I know there is, like, my body is breaking down basically. Like all this, you know, sometimes you just need that kick up the ass to say, hey, your body isn't coping and this is where you're heading. You really need to do something about it. And I mean, I shouldn't have been so blasé for most of my life thinking, oh yeah, everything's fine, I'm healthy. I probably should have gotten serious about it 10 years ago, but sometimes, you know, when you're all healthy and nothing's wrong and, you know, all of that, like everything, you just think, oh, it's fine, there's nothing wrong with me, it's fine. But at the end of the day, I said, I'm going to give myself a year to get really strict about it now that I actually know my life depends on it, basically. I'm gonna do it myself. I just figured I'm gonna give myself a year, and if at the end of the year I don't, you know, I haven't changed, like turned it all around myself, then I might think about going on some medication. But in all honesty, I do not want to live my life reliant on medication. You know, I don't know, it worries me. It just worries me that, you know, once you're on one medication, then that will cause issues that will, you know, make you need another medication to sort of fix those issues that the first medication's causing. And then, you know, you're just forever in a cycle on medications, and it really scares me. Look, I'm not saying anything bad about anyone that is on medication and needs it. Like, I'm honestly not saying anything bad about that at all. But I just feel like, for me personally, my lifestyle changes should enable me not to go on the medication, if that makes sense. And I mean, yeah, like if you've got certain diseases where you need to survive to be on medication, that's a whole different story. But for me personally, my health issues have been caused by my lifestyle choices. So I'm pretty sure my lifestyle choices, my better lifestyle choices, can reverse my health issues, especially the stage that I'm at, you know. So yeah, that's where we're up to. So for the last couple of weeks, I've taken a bit of time away from YouTube so that I can just try and concentrate on getting myself into a better routine. So the first week I was going for a walk 3 times a day. Actually, I was going in the morning for 10 minutes. I was doing half an hour at lunchtime outside, like just going for a walk, just walking up and down the street. Because not only walking up and down the street's good, I'm getting the sunlight, the vitamin D that I'm lacking as well. So that's why I wanted to do, you know, some sort of exercise outside. And then I was going again with Michael in the afternoon. Then last week I come down with, I thought was a cold, but I think it's actually just allergies, to be honest. So my whole head was just like pounding and full of like a head cold, what I thought was a head cold the first Monday, Tuesday. So last week I wasn't feeling great, so I didn't do any exercise, but I've still stuck to my diet 100%. And I've got those keto sticks now, which you saw in my last video. And I've been I tested those a couple of times, and my ketones are like right in the darkest range where they should be. So starting again this week, I'm just going to do just a half-hour walk at lunchtime for now. Might even do the 10 minutes like before I start work as well, and the half-hour at lunchtime. And also just taking time out during the day just to get up out of my seat, just, you know, do a quick 1-minute walk around the dining table even, just to, you know, get your blood moving and not be sat for full 8 hours straight. And yeah, just be mindful of getting a bit more movement throughout the day as well. Even little things like, you know, when I go to the toilet, do a couple of little squats just before you like once you finish the toilet, while you're still in the bathroom washing your hands, just do like, you know, about 5 or 10 little squats and just stuff like that. And I've downloaded a heap of exercise videos from YouTube as well and put them in like a little watch list folder, so then I can just go through and do an exercise or whatever, whenever I feel like it. So yeah. So in saying all that, there'll probably be a lot more healthy keto focused content on my channel as well, like maybe showing some keto meals, maybe, you know, doing some different exercises and things like that. So that's where we're up to as far as my health crisis. It could be worse, could be better, but considering the size that I am and my age, yeah, I probably should have woke up to myself at least 10-20 years ago and sorted something out then. But you know, you get a bit blasé when everything's fine and you feel fine and you're healthy, and there's, you know, because back then everything was fine, like my blood sugars were fine, all the levels were 100% where they should be. That's where we're up to. So I'll be really, really pretty strict about it. And you know, it's been pretty good the last 3 weeks so far since I've started. We've had Michael and Jessie get Chinese, and I had my prawns the night that they got Chinese, and I just haven't had the urge or the craving to, you know, have something that I shouldn't, like have something high sugar. I've just always got it in the back of my mind now that, like, I mean, we make a bit of a joke about it at home, going, oh no, I can't have that, I'm diabetic, you know. It's like the whole new thing in the house now. And I mean, I know it's nothing to laugh at because it's a pretty serious disease, but I feel like I can turn it around by changing my lifestyle. And I feel for me personally, that's the best way to do it. Like, I just don't feel like the medications would serve me well. I feel like I need to do it myself. And I mean, you know, just health-wise, obviously is the #1 priority, but just being my age at 50 now, it's not good being this heavy, you know. It's like, it's just not comfortable. Like I want to look better. I want to be able to, you know, do my own pedicure, not have a big gut in the way that stops me from doing my own nails on my feet and stuff like that. And I want to be around for my grandkids, and, you know, hopefully one day I'll have grandkids, and I want to be around for them. And yeah, I just feel like this has been a really big wake-up call for me to say, hey, sort your shit out, you know. You can't just keep abusing your body and being lazy and eating all the wrong things and not moving enough, and expect to live a long, healthy life. So yeah, that's where we're up to. So if you you want to follow along with my journey, hopefully in a year's time I'll be 50 kilos lighter. You know, roughly 1 kilo a week I'm aiming for, and that would be perfect. I feel like that would put a lot less strain on my body. That would bring me down to around 70 kilos, which, I mean, it wouldn't be my ideal weight. I'd like to be a little bit less than that, but I mean, imagine not having to carry 50 kilos around with me every day. Like, surely that's got to do something for the blood pressure. So yeah, I just thought I would update you guys. I mean, I know health is a very private thing, but in all honesty, I mean, I'm pretty open with you guys. Don't really have many secrets. And I just think maybe if my journey might help other people out there, but in all, I'm doing it for myself and just sharing my journey with you guys. So, like, just putting the disclaimer out there, this is just all my own personal opinion for myself, what I feel is best for myself. I'm not saying this is for everyone or everyone should do this. This is just for me personally. I don't want to influence anyone to go off their medication or anything like that, but I'm just sharing my journey with my own health with you guys. And then hopefully in a year's time, I can do a little update again and let you know where we're traveling and if it's worked, and, you know, if I've managed to change my whole lifestyle around. So yeah. Well, I think I've been blabbling on for quite enough in this video. So in my next video, I'm actually gonna try and do like a weekly vlog. So kind of do some little snippets throughout my week and then put it into one vlog at the end of the week. I'm gonna give that a go. I think I used to try it before, but I just figured, like, I'm doing 8 hours a day, sat at a computer doing nothing. I didn't feel like I ever had much to vlog each day. But maybe now that I'm doing more of a healthier lifestyle and I'm getting out and, you know, going for walks and trying to cook healthier meals and maybe planning some meal plans and things like that, maybe I can share that sort of thing throughout the week as well, and then have a weekly vlog up for you guys. That's my plan. I've also got a couple of, I want to revisit my Simplified Life series. I'm going to start filming that tomorrow. Yeah, just going through all of my house and doing a little update on how my simplified life is going and the progress we're making. So those videos will be coming out soon. And then I've also got a couple of flip throughs of the Kate Curry ephemera books. I've filmed all of those, and I'll probably be releasing those throughout the week. So I'll probably do my normal vlogs maybe every Monday, and then I'll do a couple of the Kate Curry flip through of the ephemera books throughout the midweek for you guys that are interested in looking at those. So yeah, I've got a few plans of videos coming up. I feel like I've got my mojo back again, so hopefully I can get some more frequent content out for you guys. Thanks for not judging me too much. I know I'll probably get comments telling me I need to go on the medication and all of that sort of thing. Please try not to be too harsh in the comments below. I know everyone has a different opinion regarding health, and you need to listen to doctors and they know best and all of that. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and I respect everyone's differing opinion, but just, yeah, be a little bit gentle in the comments. If you don't agree with what I'm doing, that is fine. I don't mind you telling me, but yeah, I just need to do what I feel is best for me, and this is the route I'm going. And hopefully I will still be here in a year's time to let you guys know that it's going well. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. The camera.
Everyone.
Oh God, really? I can't be left in peace for 1 minute.
Hi everyone. Welcome to Live It Like Jess. I'm here.
And I actually took a couple of days off work last week because I thought I was full of a cold, but it's actually allergies. I think I've just got like hay fever allergies.
Oh, Dixie's here crying too.
God. What now? What? Can't I just have a self-care Sunday in peace?
Come here.
So yeah, like I was saying, I want to film this video explaining my health update, and I also want to... Jessie, come on!
Come on people, let's go.
And
You're not wanted.